It's Teacher Appreciation Week, and I have to admit, there are a few things that I really do love. The lunches, yes, please. Not having to pack my own food is a dream. Door prizes, I'm here for it. I will never say no to a mystery gift bag. But this year, something's really been on my heart. And it's not just about being appreciated as a teacher, it's about appreciating the teachers around us. Think about it. A teammate who encouraged you when you wanted to give up, a colleague who brings calm to chaos, or even a teacher from your own past who helped shape who you are today. So, in this episode, we're celebrating teacher appreciation in a way that goes beyond thank you notes from the kids. Let's take a moment to honor the teachers, our people, who've walked alongside us, lifted us up, and reminded us that we're not alone in all of this. Today, we're talking about the power of a compliment, the ripple effect of kindness, and how one little note can shift someone's whole entire week. And even though I said this could be better than a gift, I actually do have a free gift to help you get something like this started at your school. Hey friends, welcome to Enjoy Teaching Again, the podcast for teachers who love the work but need a little spark to bring the joy back. I'm your host, Elizabeth Peterson, classroom teacher, arts integration specialist, and passionate educator of over 25 years. If you're overwhelmed by behaviors, disengaged students, and long, exhausting days, you are not alone. But together, we can turn things around and you can teach with confidence and purpose again. So locate that cold coffee of yours, find your favorite pen, I know you have one, and let's dive in. It's time to get inspired and enjoy teaching again. A quick shout out today to a wonderful person, Chris Morgan 15 with an exclamation point, who put in a review for the podcast that I just had to read. It's titled Needed Leadership. And Chris says, Elizabeth truly pours her heart into her work and is an example of a passionate and talented teacher. We need more of this leadership and dedication to help fuel our teachers, parents, and students. I love this podcast and highly recommend it. Chris, thank you. Thank you so much. And today's episode is really about fueling our teachers just in time for teacher appreciation. And by the way, have you done your part in fueling yourself by joining my insider list? If not, well, it's time. I want you to join my insider email list, and you will be the first to know when a new podcast episode drops. Plus, you will get real solutions to calm those classroom behaviors. You'll learn how to create a caring classroom and, of course, bring back the joy in teaching. And if you join this week, I'm going to send you a free gift, but more on that a little bit later in the episode, okay? This is the first thing to write down, though, from this episode. I want you to go to theinspiredclassroom.com/insider and get yourself on the list. You know what I've noticed over the years? Some of the best support, the most meaningful appreciation doesn't come from administrators or parents. It comes from other teachers. A colleague that checks on you after a rough lesson, a teammate who brings you coffee just because, yes, that's actually happened to me. It's so awesome. Or even a teacher from your own past who inspired how you teach today. I'll never forget a number of years ago, I was having some really tough days at school because of some really rough things that were going on at home. And one particular day, I was really down. I was late to work. I had to use my morning prep to call some doctor's offices, and I was just trying to check in with the childcare. And without getting into too much detail, my whole world seemed to be just falling apart. And I knew that my students were also going to be coming back to my class in like less than a minute. And there I was sitting at my desk looking the way I did, so distraught, when one of my teacher neighbors walked by, saw me, and essentially just took over. She said, "Go, take a break. I'm going to get your kids." And she literally shooed me away to go find a closed space. I think I actually ran out to my car for a few minutes to just kind of get myself together and finish a couple of calls that I needed to make. And I was able to get myself together so that I could come back and take on the rest of the day. That moment of care made me realize that we cannot go it alone. We need each other in this profession. And this week, during Teacher Appreciation Week, is a time when we can really show our appreciation for some of our colleagues and other teachers who have really made a difference in our lives. So today, I'm coming to you with 3 powerful and very simple ways to appreciate a fellow teacher. The first way is to send a message that starts with, "You probably don't know this, but," I want you to think of a colleague, past or present, who had an impact on you. Maybe it's someone you don't talk to often or someone you literally see every single day. Text them, email them, or better yet, write a sticky note and just hand it off to the person or leave it on their desk or their chair. Here are some ideas. Maybe you say something like, "You probably don't know this, but watching how you handled your class last year really shaped how I show up for mine." Or maybe it's, "You probably don't know this, but your kindness that day in the staff room got me through a really rough morning." Or, "You probably don't know this, but your sarcastic humor really helps me get through the day." Now, I'm going to share a couple more ideas. And as I'm reading through some of these ideas that I kind of just jotted down to read to you today, I want you to see if you can picture a colleague who may be someone who you could actually send this to. So let's see. "You probably don't know this, but you're one of the reasons I made it through last year or last week or yesterday. You probably don't know this, but watching how you build relationships with your students changed the way I teach." Or, "Your energy always makes the staff room feel a little bit lighter." Or, "Something you said during a meeting months ago, it still sticks with me." Here are a couple more. "You've taught me what real collaboration looks like." Or, "I feel better after talking to you, even if it's just for a minute." Are you thinking of someone in your head? Is there a colleague of yours that you could send something like this to? All right, last 2. "You probably don't know this, but seeing how much your students respect you reminds me of what's possible." And lastly, "You probably don't know this, but I've been quietly learning from you for a long time." These tiny acknowledgments are special moments, a real connection. And let's face it, sending a compliment like this can really make a colleague feel so appreciated. Speaking of that, number 2 is a really great idea that I want to encourage you to try this week in your school. Okay. I actually just started it yesterday at mine as a little underground scheme. And if I have colleagues who are listening, well, my secret is out now. Okay. But the second idea is to actually start a compliment chain at your school. This is where you write one compliment or word of appreciation on an index card or a little note card and pass it on to a colleague with the instructions for them to do the same for someone else. That's it. It's really that simple. And what I did yesterday was I started 3 of these chains in my school with the hope that it will start to spread. Now, if you know me, I couldn't just stop there. I had to make this a thing, an actual resource for you. So I created the Compliment Chain Starter Kit for you to use at your school. You can do it this week, this month, or really any time of the school year. Because let's face it, a little morale boost can always be something that we need in our schools, right? So inside of this resource, I included things like instructions, of course, of how to use it, some cards that you can print on cardstock or special paper or regular paper and use, some message ideas, some door hangers that people can put on their door when they get a compliment, and instructions for you to place with your card so that the person who gets the compliment card knows to then pay it forward and send one to someone else. And this is all free for you. Okay. It's my teacher appreciation gift to you. All you have to do is sign up to be on my insider email list and I'll send it to you. Okay. This is one of the benefits of being an insider at the Inspired Classroom when you join our insider list. I love giving you some free resources and all kinds of great things. Okay. And this week, you're going to get this. just go to theinspiredclassroom.com/insider. Okay. I can't wait to see how many of you will start your own compliment chain at your school. All right. Now, this third idea is for the nostalgia lovers like me, and that is to reach out to a former teacher or to pay tribute to them. For example, think back to someone who really made an impact on you as a student or you as a young teacher. For me, I remember specifically my fifth grade teacher, Mrs. Collins. I thought she was just the best. She did fun projects with us. She was firm but fair. I even got into some major trouble with her when I was pining over a boy in my class, and I was causing, well, I was causing a lot of chaos that year in fifth grade. Fifth grade really was a special year for me. I loved it so much. But I'll tell you, she is a major reason why I wanted to become a teacher. Do you have a teacher like that? One that inspired you to do this amazing job? I also remember so fondly the two teachers who mentored me during my student teaching, Mrs. Morency and Mrs. Booten. Shout out to the two of you. They were so helpful, and I truly appreciated that they both allowed me to explore the creative ways that I wanted to try out and teach their students. They allowed me to experiment as I started integrating music into the lessons that I was teaching. And they also showed me what it meant to really care for and advocate for students who are struggling. I remember specifically one day I was teaching the class while Mrs. Morency was at an IEP meeting. And I remember when she came back from the meeting, she was so distraught because she worked so hard to get this certain kid, some help that he needed. And the parents were just fighting back on it so much. And I remember one of her colleagues commenting to her, what an amazing, caring way that she approached that meeting. Amazing, caring way that she talked about her student and tried to advocate for him. And you know what? Days later, he actually started getting those services. It was such a testament to how she handled things with such care and compassion. Oh, what a wonderful teacher she was. So what can we do for these teachers? Well, if you have the ability, tell them. If you see them, oh my gosh, you got to tell them, right? I remember I just by chance happened to be vacationing in Maine with my husband. It was just he and I. We were spending the night over in York, Maine, and we went into the elevator to go downstairs to get breakfast. And who was standing in the elevator but Mrs. Collins, my fifth grade teacher? I was like starstruck. It seems so silly, but I was. And I looked at her and my face lit up and she gave me a weird look. And I said, Mrs. Collins? And I had a moment where I was able to tell her who I was. And she actually remembered me, which was really, really fun. And I just told her in that moment how much she meant to me. And I let her know also that I was a teacher, and she just thought that was the best thing ever. Well, if you're so inclined, go ahead and look up those teachers. Write them a note, send them an email, or just take a quiet moment to reflect on what they gave you. In fact, I wrote a blog post. Oh my gosh, I looked it up. Back in 2010, that seems like so long ago, 15 years ago, I wrote this blog post called Teachers We Have Had. And inside the comments, people would start to pay tribute to some of the teachers that really affected them in one way or another. And so I'm going to put that link also in the show notes. And I would love for you to click on that, check out what other people have said about teachers that they've had, and add your own inside the comments as well. It's a fun way to just appreciate some of the teachers that we have. And I'll tell you, there's a chance that the teacher that you're thinking of is maybe not around anymore. But you know what? You can still honor their legacy. You honor their legacy by teaching with the same heart and the same spirit that, of course, they showed you. So here's what I would love for you to do this week. I want you to choose one teacher, someone on your team, someone down the hall from you, someone from your past, and let them know how they've impacted you. It can be simple, it can be quiet, but I promise it will matter. And if you're ready to connect with other amazing teachers, come join our inspiring teacher community. It's a place to learn, to share, connect, and get inspired with other caring, creative teachers that just get it. Also, you can become an insider and get those weekly emails from me with creative learning strategies that engage your students, practical ways to build a connected and caring classroom culture, and mindset shifts that help you take back control of your own classroom and help you to enjoy teaching again. And remember, when you sign up this week, you'll also get the Compliment Chain Starter Kit for free. Does that sound good? I want you to sign up for that at theinspiredclassroom.com/insider. So many things from this episode that I want you to go ahead and do. So make sure you check out those show notes. If you haven't been taking any notes, check out the show notes that I've got for you. All the links are down there. And hey, if no one has said it yet this week, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast, and consider sharing it with another teacher buddy of yours. All right. So this week, I want you to soak up those lunches, enjoy the door prizes, and consider taking a moment to thank a special teacher around you, the ones that actually help you to enjoy your teaching. I hope this episode inspired you, encouraged you, or gave you a fresh idea to try. And if so, I would love for you to take a screenshot and text it to one of your teaching buddies. I'm so grateful that you landed here with me today, and it would mean the world to me if you would leave me a review over on Apple Podcast. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next episode. This is Elizabeth Peterson reminding you to get inspired so you can be inspiring to your students and enjoy teaching again.